Bro, I'm tired today. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got another D&D video for you guys here today. I'm so tired. Holy shit. So today, for you guys, I have a little video to help you get started on your D&D journey. You guys seem to be really enjoying these D&D videos, and that makes me extremely happy because I love making them, and I really enjoy talking about D&D. It's become a very important thing to me over the past few months, and I love it. I love it. It's so fun. So before we get into it, guys, hit that subscribe button for more D&D content and join the Discord server. We have a D&D section where you guys can go and talk about all the D&D you want, and among other various topics. But yeah, let's get into it. Now, what I want to go over with you guys here today is the best classes for you to pick as a beginner starting off in a D&D campaign. I'm covered in hair from Belle. Jesus. But yeah, so these classes will pretty much just be a very simple level, very easy to get a grasp at the start of the game. You don't really need to do too much thinking, really, to say. Now, of course, if you want to do a bunch of research into maybe a more difficult class, maybe like a sorcerer or a wizard, and you want to start off with that, go right ahead. No one is stopping you. I will say, though, for those classes, maybe speak with someone who is a little more experienced before jumping into that, and have them help you with your character. And of course, you can ask your DM throughout the session, hey, what does this do? Can I do this? Is this how this works? But if you're feeling a little intimidated by maybe the likes of a wizard or a sorcerer or a druid or whatever, here are the simplest classes that I've picked for you to be able to play. Starting off, I'm going to say a Paladin. A Paladin is a very good starting class for if you want to kind of get a bit of everything. Paladins can be heavy hitters, they can be healers, tanks, supports. Paladin is a very good class for you to start off with. So Paladins are proficient in all armor and shields. They are also proficient in simple and martial weapons, meaning you can take heavy armor and a longsword and a shield, giving you a high AC as well as a decent weapon. Or if you want, you can take heavy armor and a greatsword, so you can be harder to hit but also be dealing a decent bit of damage. As well as that, Paladins also get access to spells. Their saving throws are wisdom and charisma. You're going to want to put your stats into your strength, your charisma, which is your spell casting modifier, and a little bit into your wisdom for them saving throws. You also get access to lay on hands, which as you go up will give you more total points you can heal your team with. So this will start off at 5 and go up by 5 every time you increase your paladin level. You also get access to all your oaths. So for instance, someone would be Oath of Vengeance, Oath of Devotion, Oath of Glory, Oath of Conquest, among others. These will give you access to smites, different spells. Each one has different spells you can learn, depending on how you want to go with your character. But yeah, I would really recommend Paladin as a starting class. Paladin was my starting class for D&D, and I really like playing Paladins. Paladins are very fun. They kind of do a bit of everything. They can fight, they can tank, they can heal. So if you want a bit of everything and you're just starting off, Paladin is a great way to go. The next class I want to get on to that is a very good starting class is Barbarian. Now, if you just want to get in and you just want to be a monster and get in and start just hitting things, Barbarian is the path for you. You pretty much become your team's meat shield, and you're going to be out there on that front line just hitting everything. So as a Barbarian, you are proficient in light armor, medium armor, and shields. Proficient in simple weapons and martial weapons. And your saving throws are strength and constitution. So you want to put your stats into your strength and your constitution. Strength being your most because it is your primary ability. You are just going to be going in there and hacking away. You're going to want a pretty good strength. Your constitution will also help towards your health, giving you that ability to take less damage and be in the fight more. Now, why are you taking less damage? Because you're a barbarian, my friend. You get to rage. If you are not wearing heavy armor, while you are raging, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. You get an extra plus damage depending on your Barbarian level when you rage as well, when you make melee attacks. And you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Although while you are raging, you cannot cast spells or concentrate on them. Your rage will last for a minute, or unless you choose to end it yourself or you are knocked unconscious. It would also end if you have not attacked an enemy or an enemy has not attacked you on your last turn. You also get an unarmored defense, which will be 10 plus your dexterity modifier and your constitution modifier. So as a barbarian, you might even just be better off not really taking armor anyway. I'm playing a barbarian. His name is Goliath Mindfist. He is a Goliath. He does not wear any armor. He's just out there, bare-chested, absolutely jacked, with his massive dual-sided greatsword. He is amazing. Getting up to level 3, you will gain access to your primal path, which gives you a bunch of roads for you to go down, such as path of the berserker or path of the totem warrior, path of wild magic. Goliath is a totem warrior, totem of the bear, meaning he is resistant to all forms of damage except psychic when he is raging. So Goliath is the team's meat shield. He rages and he just gets in there and starts hacking away, and he just absorbs up that damage. So if you were looking for a class to just jump in and start hitting things that is nice and simple to play, Barbarian is the way to go for you, my friend. And now the last class I will give to you guys for being one of the easiest to play, if not the easiest to play, is a fighter. A fighter would be one of the best beginner classes in my opinion. Nice and simple to get a hang of, no spells, just purely combat based, you know. You're there to learn. You learn how to play. How to fight, basically. So, let's get into the proficiencies and their saving throws and all that jazz. They're proficient in all armor and shields, as well as simple weapons and martial weapons. Their saving throws are also strength and constitution, just like Barbarian. As a fighter, you can either be a dex-based fighter or a strength-based fighter. So you can take a strength-based weapon or a dex-based weapon. Greatsword, dagger. As a fighter, you get to choose a fighting style. The fighting styles you can choose from are archery, defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, protection, or two-weapon fighting. For instance, great weapon fighting allows you to re-roll your 1s or 2s when you roll with a great weapon. You must take the new roll. Even if you roll it again and you get a 1 again, you have to take that roll. Two-weapon fighting, when you engage in a fight and you have 2 weapons, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack. Defense giving you a +1 to your AC. Archery giving you a +2 bonus to the attack rolls made with a ranged weapon. Dueling, when you are wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons, you gain a +2 bonus to damage rolls with that weapon. And protection, when a creature you can see attacks a target other than you that is within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, but you must be wielding a shield. By the time you hit 3rd level, you're going to be able to pick your martial arts type. You also get access to Second Wind at 1st level, and at 2nd level you'll get access to Action Surge, which will allow you to take another action. So, martial arts type, you could take anything from Battlemaster to Champion to Eldritch Knight. Champion is a good way to go. Eldritch Knight, if you want to include spells into your fighter class, Eldritch Knight is the way to go for you. For likes, if you are choosing Champion, you will crit on both a 20 and a 19. You will also get to choose a second fighting style, but that's at 10th level, so that's a bit down the road. Eldritch Knight, as I said, gives you the ability to cast spells. So, there you have it. They are my top 3 classes I would choose for if you are starting off in a D&D campaign and you're not really sure how to play and you're not really sure who to play. They're all really basic, really simple to get the hang of, and then once you are done that, you can hopefully build on to playing more classes, maybe like a monk, maybe a sorcerer, or a wizard, a druid, a cleric, whatever you fancy. Whatever you fancy. But yeah, that's all I have for this video here today. Go join the Discord. I'd love to hear about everyone's D&D campaigns, their characters, whatever. Hit the subscribe button as well, is the best way to support the channel. So social media, the Twitter, the Instagram, the art stations where I post all my artwork. And yeah, that's all I really have to say for this one. So yeah.